Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
I got plenty of messages with regards to that young Indian man. I put up a post. Let me give you a backstory first. I put up a post online of a young man who got in touch with me, okay, asking for my services. Okay, he wanted my services for personal branding, for a resume, for helping him get a job. Now, what happened was he got in touch with me in the evening, mostly in the evening or late nights, where is it going to rain? Okay, wind is coming. Okay, may rain. So in the evening, I normally work with my clients. So I was talking with my clients, doing the work, clients in US and New Zealand, and there was this premium client in UAE. We're doing his personal branding, and this guy, young man, was asking me questions. So I was busy, but I was making a point to respond. So he kept going on and on and on and on and on. Yeah, I was patient. I answered. But then, when you talk to a person or when you chat with a person and you're saying something for their own good, but the person is giving you advice in return, it's so fucking irritating. Now, I was telling him that his CV is not good. So he was telling me, yeah, but the CV is helped me get a job 2 years ago. And so many people have offered me jobs over the years. So I told him, if so many people have offered you jobs, then why are you asking me for help? He's saying, no, but I want a good offer. So I said, yeah, for a good offer, you need to revise your profile. It's a different time, 2 years ago and now. And then I told him, change the way you position yourself. Even anything I would tell him. Oh, there's a big spider. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see this? See? Oh, yeah. It's not moving. So anyway, wind is blowing. Branches are falling. Hope no coconut falls on my head. Okay. So, yeah, coconuts do fall on your head. Okay, anyway. So, whatever I was telling him, that, today employers are looking for this kind of employee. He would get back to me, yeah, but Loy, this is what people have told me. So finally I got fed up. I didn't want to talk to him, but this guy wouldn't stop. Finally, I lost my cool with him. I just let him have it. I gave him a piece of my mind. Okay? Invariably, kind of told him, fuck off. I didn't use that term. Okay? I didn't use that word. So after that was done, and then I sat down late night, I finished my clients' customers. The next day, after I woke up, after I finished my run, I was a little relaxed, and then I thought about it. I felt bad because, he's a young man. And I remembered the days when I was young and I was stupid and I knew everything. So I sent him a message. I said, did you reflect on what I said yesterday? He said, yeah. So I said, okay, listen, this is what I can do. I said, there is a vacancy, coming up and this and that. I'll put in a word for you. And to which he replied, no, not interested or some shit like that. Okay. I can't recollect exactly what it was. Okay. But invariably he was not interested. No thanks or whatever. No, I'll manage or something like that. I don't want to say something that he has not said. Okay. But the bottom line was he was not interested. And I asked him, are you sure? He said, yeah, I'll manage or whatever. Okay, fine. So I said, okay. Now, he's a young man, okay? He's a young man. He's expecting a salary of $5,000. He wants to get a senior managerial position or managerial position in sales. Now, I shared his resume with my contacts, and all of them told me, like, what the hell is this? So I was like, yeah, I spoke to them. I was talking to them because I was kind of pissed off. They said, yeah, this is all bullshit. They told me, just let him be, Loyal, leave him. He'll realize. Now, it's not that he will not get any job. You can see the wind. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, you can see the wind. The trees, move this way. Dangerous. So, okay. See, the point I'm trying to say is it's not that he'll not get a job. Yeah, you can get a job. Why not? But if you're looking for a good job, you're not going to get a good job. Okay. And that also, if you're not prepared, if you do not present yourself properly, if you do not position yourself properly, I'll tell you, on his resume, it clearly shows he's a cocky asshole. Sorry to say, but that is what he shows. And, self-describing words, I'm ambitious, I can't recollect, but describing himself, praising himself, and, childish shit on his CV. And he was expecting to get calls. See, today the market is moving into an emergency mode where it only wants the best of the best. They need to survive. They're not going to take any, the boom period where you could employ anyone, and those days are gone, at least for now. So now he's not going to realize now. He will not realize. He'll see, there are only two things that will happen. Either he'll get a job. If he gets a job, great. Good for him. Okay. I'm not going to wish him bad because anything bad happens to him, I don't benefit. Or the second thing is he is going to end up with nothing. Okay. Now, what is the problem there? The problem is he was born and raised in UAE. He doesn't know anything about India. And if he gets kicked back to India, if he gets thrown back, his life is finished. So now, the problem is he is working from a vantage point of an ego. His ego was hurt and he wanted to show, I don't need you. So for a young man who has his ego so high, who doesn't give a damn, do you think he is going to succeed? And I'll tell you, it's not just him. I learned it the hard way. When I was egoistic, I was a prick. And I'll tell you, you will suffer like mad. In his case, he has never been to India. He doesn't have anyone in India. He doesn't have a house in India. But he has an Indian passport. And if he doesn't get a job and he's sent back to India, what the fuck he'll do? Okay, let's assume he is not going to be sent back to India. Fine, he'll be in UAE. But then he needs a job, right? You don't have a job, you're going to get fucked, right? Problem is people don't realize this. It's when we operate from a point of ego, no? When we think we are too great, life has a way. Okay, if you're really talented, if you're very exceptionally good, fine. If you have the talent, the skill, fine, you'll succeed. But if you're just an average bloke doing an average fucking job that anyone else can do, and you think no end of yourself, you're not going to succeed, man. You're no way going to fucking succeed. Don't assume that. Don't fool yourself. So this is what had happened. He was full of himself. He had a massive ego. His resume is absolute utter shit. He's telling me what worked during the boom period. Oh, 2 years ago, or the market was knocking on my door and people were ready to offer me jobs. And this is not 2 years ago. This is now. It's now. The market is under lockdown. There are losses happening. People are losing jobs. Doesn't seem to realize that. Fine. Doesn't seem to realize he'll suffer. And I'll tell you, he's not the first one. Huh? Not the first one. There are plenty of youngsters like this who still don't get it. So, since you guys asked, I decided to tell you this. See, guys, keep in mind, even for me, I'll tell you, even for me, I make sure that my ego is kept in check. There are times where it goes over my head and I think, fuck this. But then, I remind myself of the failures I've had, the moments of despair. I remind myself when I had to eat from the dustbin, when I had to beg for money. It's raining now. So I don't forget those days. And because I remember those days, it keeps me grounded. So I'll just tell you that, don't think that you're invincible, you're untouchable, nobody can do anything, who have so much money. Fine, if you're some billionaire, don't give a fuck. But if you're a normal average guy who needs to earn an income, it's better to keep yourself grounded. Okay? Anyway, guys, it's going to rain. I'll end this video for now. Let me know your thoughts. And if you feel I'm wrong, I'm open to reading your comments. All right? Take care.